Hello, guys. Recording my third league today because I've had a lot of free time. We are playing this version of Bug Belver in a league. We tried out the Leovold build last time, and I think the second Lily of the Last Hope is much better than the first Leovold. I also really like having two Jaces in the sideboard, four sweepers for decks like Maverick, decks that we lost to last league that I really don't like losing to, frankly, to tell you the truth. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to be on the draw against not really sure what. This hand's risky. It's a one-lander, but it has multiple spells that we can play. I think I'm going to keep it. We'll see if it comes back to bite us. The reason I'm keeping is because we have Deathray Shaman, which is kind of like a mana dork. We are on the draw, so we have two draw steps to hit another land before we find ourselves in hot water. So yeah, well, let's see what we're up against here. We have turn 1 Fatal Push if he plays a creature, although playing Deathrite Shaman might be the smarter play to make us more wasteland proof. This was a risky keep, though. Very risky. I do not like mulliganing, but we will see what happens here. So here's the deck list again. Cut a Ponder for Sylvan Library, which I feel is strong, and Sylvan Library, there's a lot of Chalice decks kind of just like running around, and I feel like Sylvan Library is kind of awesome there in that it's a cantrip that you can actually resolve, let alone, it has continuing effect throughout the game. Alright, Basic Island, that's good. That means it's probably not a Wasteland deck. And Ponder, probably a combo deck of some sort. Maybe Storm. Could still be something like Check Pile or Sneak and Show. He chooses to shuffle. That is interesting. Alright, cool. There's a second land. Really wish this hand had a Hymnotor up in it. Something along those lines. I'm going to play Deathrite Shaman here just because, if we're playing against Storm or something like that, leaving up Deathrite Shaman starting on the second turn is pretty good. Stops them from doing a crazy Past in Flames turn. And if it's not Storm, which it kind of looks like it is, unless it's Sneak and Show, we'll be able to tell by what land he plays. Strand. So it could still be Storm or Sneak and Show. I think either way my play this turn is going to be the same. I think the best thing to do is to play Delver of Secrets and save our fetch land. We can then shuffle something away if it's bad. We do have basically 4 dead cards in our hand though, so 5 dead cards actually. Not a single one of these does a single thing against most combo decks, so maybe things will get better in game 2. Of course we're going to kill us here. So Scalding Tarn is going to get a basic mountain, so now I think it's probably Sneak and Show. Unless it's a strange version of Miracles. Looking like Sneak and Show. And that is most unfortunate. Yeah, I guess we just put in Tombstalker. Really, but we can at least stall for some time. We need our Delver to flip though. Alright. So now we can trade for his Griselbrand. And we can even resolve Liliana of the Last Hope to shrink his Griselbrand. But is that truly better than just trying to add to my board? Yeah, I think Lily of the Last Hope is the best thing we can do here. So then we can turn that into a 5/6, and then it will only trade with Tombstalker. Or something. course, he will gain 5 life, but making it so that he can't gain as many, gain life as much as however many cards he draws is kind of good. Still not feeling the best about this game here. He's probably going to draw 7, that puts him at 9. He can draw an additional 7 after that. Put him at 2. He probably won't do that, though. I mean, all he really needs is, you know, a single Lotus Petal and like a Soul Land or something to cast Sneak Attack, and then also get an Emrakul alongside that Griselbrand. This is probably, you know, a losing battle, but yeah, what the heck, you know. May as well play it out. Blood Moon main deck. Let's exile Scalding Tarn in response to that. Add a blue. Let's go ahead and Brainstorm. See if this resolves. We have a Force of Will, but we do not have a blue card for it, so may as well put Fatal Push and Deathray Trauma back on top. And Blood Moon will resolve. A little interesting that that's what he chose to do. I guess in this situation the best thing to do is shrink his Griselbrand again and play Tarmogoyf, because we don't have Force of Will mana and we won't, not even for another turn. But at least Tarmogoyf speeds up our clock in case he does attack eventually. Don't think he's really going to have to. Okay, and he's going to force that, sure. Who knows? You know, maybe he doesn't have another way to get a creature on the board, and if that's the case, we might even ultimate our Liliana. I doubt it, but... Alright, there's Sneak Attack. He probably has an Emrakul in hand, so we're probably dead. Okay, Emrakul. Yeah, he just... Okay, he's going to swing with both. Of course, because we have to sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, we're just dead. Concede. Begin sideboarding. Alright, we're going to board Liliana the Last Hope out. We're going to also board out Tombstalker for more interaction. Going to board out a Bayou. Going to board out all 3 Fatal Pushes, and we're going to board out 2 Abrupt Decays, because Abrupt Decay is pretty much strictly worse than a lot of the other stuff we're bringing in. We'll think about it, though. Going to bring in the Thoughtseizes, going to bring in Surgicals, Spell Pierces, Edicts, Jaces, and this looks like the 60 that I am okay with. Yeah. We still have to be careful. Still a lot of things that can go wrong for us. We will play first. Okay, we have Daze, Surgical Wasteland, Tarmogoyf. I'm not the happiest about this hand. It does have the clock, but just having Daze and like Surgical, it's like kind of easy for them to play around Daze. Is this hand good enough to keep? I think I would rather find a hand that has like better cards, but man, I don't know if we can mull this. Yeah, I have to mull this. It's not strong. This hand is a little better, I guess, because we can play a turn 3 Jace if he goes Show and Tell early. So, yeah, I think I'll keep this hand. We are totally cold like an early Blood Moon, but that's Magic. You know, we play Bug Delver, so Blood Moon is never a card we're going to beat with any stretch of the mind. And the increase in Blood Moon decks online does make me sort of question my choice to just kind of remain steadfast with Bug Delver here. But I'll keep. And Forceful is great. We'll put that on top. I'm going to go ahead and play Grand Sea here, rather than Polluted Delta, just to, I don't know. I want to draw that Forcible. Let's see what our opponent has. A lot of things that can end the game on the spot, but looks like he has not drawn any of those things, he or she. Let's go ahead and cast the Tin. I really feel like he probably has a Spell Pierce or something, but may as well get that out of there now. Maybe he has a Brainstorm. Who knows? He or she. Okay, Spell Pierce. I could force that, but I feel like... I don't know. I feel like that might be greedy. Lotus Petal. Okay. Brainstorm. It would be awesome if we could draw another blue card so that we can have Force of Will and not have to pitch our Jace. Okay, he does not find any more lands. Okay, there's another blue card. I think I'm going to prioritize Jace over the Delver, because if we play Jace and it resolves, we have outs to just like a show and tell creature. Let's see if he puts things on top or bottom here. I feel like he has to have some counter magic in hand, because it's like, what else could he have, you know? Puts one on the bottom and one on the top. Here's Defense Grid. Three more to cast. Okay, that actually lets us resolve Jace next turn. We'll keep this, we'll play Bayou, we'll keep this other Misty Rainforest in hand to fetch something away, perhaps. And Jace time. I'm gonna Brainstorm. I guess we'll put Brainstorm and Delver back on top in that order. Then we can cast two Delvers next turn, both of which will flip. Or we can just leave mana up for Force of Will. So now he needs to... now he has enough mana to play and activate Sneak Attack. So I hope that's not what he has. I hope he kind of has to go for like a Show and Tell and a Fatty type of plan. But yeah, we're definitely dead to a Sneak Attack. Intuition. Okay. Okay, he played a land this turn already. So, I think we're going to Brainstorm with Jace first off. Perfect. Perfect. I think I'm going to put Brainstorm. No, I'm going to put Delver first, then Brainstorm. We're going to play this Mystery first, and we're going to cast Thoughtseize on him. So here's his hand. 2 Spell Pierces, Sneak Attack, Show and Tell, and Emrakul. I'm going to take the Sneak Attack here. And let's play a Delver of Secrets. I feel like we've gotten pretty lucky this game. Delver is going to flip on the Brainstorm. I'm fine with that. Recurring. Let's Brainstorm with our Jace here. More Delvers. I guess we'll put Diabolic Edict and then Brainstorm on top. We have Wasteland. May as well Wasteland as Volcanic Island. Make it harder for him to win with like a sneak attack line, or... something of that nature. Swing with our Delver. I guess we can play a Delver here. We could play 2 Delvers, but I think that might be bad in case he draws like a Pyroclasm. Go ahead and flip our Delver. Now we have a 2-turn clock. Jace doing work. Let's Jace this. Ooh, him to Torok. That's pretty sweet. Let's put Delver and Brainstorm back on top. Cast him. I'm okay with that Spell Pierce. No. One less Spell Pierce we have to worry about now. Not to mention we also have a Diabolic Edict that we can... oh no, Diabolic Edict is uncastable because it's going to cost 5. Okay, we got there. Let's sideboard for the 3rd game. We've seen Defense Grid. However, I don't really think we'd need any Abrupt Decays. Yeah, I'm just fine with leaving our deck the same for the 3rd game. Let's see what we get. This can be a tricky matchup to navigate for sure. There's a lot of cards that basically just win the game on the spot for them. Blood Moon, Show and Tell, Sneak Attack. Some of these, of course, are slower than others. This hand isn't going to do it. This hand is better. I'll keep it. I'll put that on top. Helps us curve into Jace a little better. Preordained, sure. So we could play Deathrite Shaman next turn, or we could leave up Spell Pierce. He puts 2 cards on top, so I'm going to leave up Spell Pierce. So now we have Spell Pierce and Daze that we can use. Defense Grid. I think this is worth Spell Piercing. Now we have 2 Dazes, so is it better to Wasteland him or to... I think it might be better to play Deathrite Shaman and have double Daze backup. Lotus Petal. Show and Tell. So we have 2 options here. We can either put Wasteland into play and try to cast Jace the following turn. We can Daze this a single time. I guess let's Daze it. Okay. Not bad. Because it seems like he's short on mana, I'm going to take this opportunity to Wasteland him. Crack this for another Underground Sea. Play Deathrite Shaman number 2. And then I'm going to attack with Deathrite Shaman. This way, even if he plays Show and Tell this turn, we can just put Underground Sea in and then play Jace the following turn. Underground Sea. I think I kind of like Thoughtseizing here. Blood Moon, Gristle, Show and Tell, Sneak Attack. I think we just take the Gristlebrand. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 lands in the graveyard, in case he plays Blood Moon. If he plays the Show and Tell, we're fine, because then he puts in Sneak Attack or Emrakul off the top or something. Yeah, I think we take Gristlebrand here. And now we attack with 1 Deathrite Shaman, leave the other one up to drain him. And now that we know the coast is semi-clear, we can maybe resolve Jace next turn. Okay, we know what he drew. So he's probably going to play Blood Moon here. Or he might Show and Tell and Sneak Attack. So now there's even more lands in the graveyard, so if he does Blood Moon us, there's still plenty of things we can do. I think I'm just going to let this resolve. Oops, that was a mistake. Should have drained him to put him at a lower life total. So now that we know the coast is clear, and actually we know his hand is show and tell and sneak attack, so we can actually just start fate sealing perhaps with Jace. Choose a color blue. Yeah, I think I'll fate seal this turn. No, I won't put that on the bottom. Let's see if he shuffles or what. Kind of a risky play letting Blood Moon resolve, I guess, but I feel fine with it. I mean, we still have access to 4 more colored mana. He chooses to not shuffle, so he's probably got a fatty in hand, considering he hasn't played a land or anything. Let us brainstorm with Jace to. All right, there's a threat. Maybe we'll put the Ponders back on top. Let's Thoughtseize him. Okay, he has an Emrakul. So let's take the sneak attack. So we have outs to show and tell, and that also makes our Tarmogoyf bigger. And let's play Tarmogoyf. So now we have him on what? Tarmogoyf is a bottom, 1 top. Ponder, okay. We have him on, I guess a 2-turn clock. We were lucky to avoid some of his scariest draws this game, and we had plenty of interaction come our way. He chooses to not shuffle. Alright, it's another land, so let's see here. I guess he has Show and Tell Emrakul in hand. He's drawing 1 card next turn. Let's Fate Seal him. Intuition. No, I will let him have that. And let's attack with the Tarmogoyf. We can Deathrite Shaman him, and then we're swinging for lethal next turn. So he has Intuition, Show and Tell, Emrakul in hand. He can show in Emrakul and then hope I make a mistake or something and don't bounce it. He can Intuition on my turn. Pretty sure we've got this one locked up though. Let's exile a land. Out of black. Exile a card out of his graveyard. Okay, he scoops. Alright, thanks for watching. Let's see. I think I'm going to stop here and I'm going to come back to it later. I've got some stuff I got to do, but thanks for watching. See you for round 2. Hey guys, back for the second round. We just beat Sneak and Show. We'll see what we get paired against next. Guess I'll show you the deck I'm playing, even though you probably know it by now. It's just the Eternal Weekend list from 2017. I tried playing a different version that had Golgari Charm, but I really missed my Massacres. And the plan of just kind of generally boarding into this control deck with 4 sweepers. You almost kind of go on this semi-miracles plan. It's just like you're playing Hymn to Torox and stuff instead of like Predict, and you only have a few cantrips. So we're going to try to get into a match here. Let's see what we're facing here. This hand is fine against fair decks. I think I'll keep it. Opponent's on the mole. Down to 6 cards for him. Alright, Gitaxian Probe. Let's hope he's on Delver rather than Storm. Okay, it looks like he's probably on Storm. It's a pretty good draw, especially after the probe. Let's get an Underground Sea here and play a Deathrite Shaman. Lotus Petal, sure. Alright, I'm going to let that resolve. We've got a Preordain, sure. Gonna try and have him play as many spells as possible before I use my Force of Will. I really hope he does not have Empty the Warrens in his main deck. I feel like this probably has to be an Infernal Tutor pact. I mean, not pact. What's that card? The Spell Mastery one. I feel like he has to have like an Ad Nauseam or an Infernal Tutor. Or a Dark Petition. Alright, I'll force that. Now I'm feeling pretty good. Oh, he just scoops. Well, he should have made me play that out, I think. Alright, I'm going to cut the Lilies. We're going to cut the Tomb Stalkers. Don't need so many threats against Storm. Going to cut Abrupt Decay. Cut the Fatal Pushes into single Bayou. And we're going to bring in our Thoughtseizes our surgicals, our spell pierces. Gonna bring in 2 toxic deluges as outs for Empty the Warrens, and we're gonna bring in our Jaces. I like Jace against Storm. It's a blue card for Force of Will, and you know, if you get to this point in the game where both players are kind of low on resources in the hand, Jace can just pull you ahead, find your counter magic, basically stop your opponent from ever having a chance to kill you. This hand is fine. Turn 1 Delver, turn 2 Hymn to Torok with Force of Will backup. I'll keep this against Ad Nauseam Tendrils any day. Can't complain that our opponent had to mulligan in each game. Of course, last game he probably still would have won if we had drawn anything besides Force of Will. So recently what I've been doing is I've been leaving up Brainstorm instead of playing a turn 1 threat, but I think I'm going to go in the direction of playing my turn 1 threat. Since we have Force of Will in hand. Now, of course, he could always probe and therapy the Force of Will out of my hand and then just go off anyway, but I don't know how much good Brainstorm would have done in that situation anyways. Yep. He did not shuffle. We will reveal that. And I'll go ahead and cast it. You might see a Brainstorm here. And I'm fine with that. Probably hiding discard or tutors. And we got a Lotus Petal and a Bloodstained Mire. I'm hoping you can't go off with only 4 cards in hand, but you never know. Duressa, okay. I'm just gonna F6 now. Hopefully we can survive this turn. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, we were able to survive one turn there. What's his last card in hand, I wonder? I'm gonna cast a hymn here. Oh, Past in Flames. So, if we think about it, when we hymned him last turn, he hid 2 cards with Brainstorm. He has drawn 1 of those cards. So maybe we just leave a Brainstorm here, or we could play our Deathrite Shaman to start threatening his graveyard sooner. If he has a tutor on top of his library, we might just be dead, so I will just go ahead and pass the turn, and I guess we'll leave a Brainstorm. And then if he goes for it this turn, maybe we can brainstorm into some gas. Alright, so I think I'm going to brainstorm here. Alright. We don't really need him at this stage in the game. I think I'm gonna Thoughtseize play Deathrite Shaman, and then we'll see if I feel like yeah, I think I'll probably shuffle away the 2 cards I put back, the land and the Hymn to Tourach. I now have him on a 2-turn clock, and I can leave up Force of Will on his turn, so I'm feeling good about that. Probe, sure. I guess the thing I'm most afraid of is him drawing a Tutor or a Cabal Ritual, because those things kind of... like, the main thing he's missing right now, I feel, is mana. Well, and I guess he doesn't really have any tutors or anything like that. Alright, that's a good draw. But I'm not going to brainstorm because I want to leave 5 mana. I also want to leave up Deathrite Shaman to give myself the most number of options. Cabal Ritual. Okay, I suppose in response we just exile the Past in Flames. Because he's hellbent now. And then I guess he can cast Duresses. Alright, he scoops. Cool, so that was match number 2. Beat Ad Nauseam Tendrils, 2-0. Of course, he mulliganed at both games, so... and I guess I had above average draws. Game 1 was pretty close, but we just drew the best card we possibly could have off the top of our deck. Yep, I'm liking this version. Probably the best of any version of Bugdelver I've played recently. And I tested a lot of different builds before GP Seattle. Tested a lot of Liliana of the Veil builds. Tested all sorts of stuff. Alright, match number 3. Against Lewis CBR. This hand isn't the best. We don't have a creature. We don't have any cantrips. And if we don't draw land, we're just kind of flailing around. I think we're mulliganing that. I think we have to mulligan this too. I think we have to mulligan that as well. I guess we'll keep this, but I am not optimistic about this hand. Maybe I should have kept the first hand, but I saw a lot of ways that first hand could just lose if we don't draw another land, so I guess I don't know. I'm just gonna play the Delver here. So, find ourselves in a bit of a situation here. I think I have to force this. And now I can flip is not drawing. Or flip his Delver. Alright, there's one draw step where it didn't flip. This feels like a true name, sure. If we can just draw a single black source of mana, we can Fatal Push his Delver, and then we kind of have this swinging with Delver in the air plan that we're going with. I think this is better than I could have hoped on a Moldafor. And he's got a Force of Will now for our Fatal Push. So, not feeling very confident. I mean, I wasn't feeling very confident even from the very beginning of this game, so I think we just have to go for it. Yep. And now we're gonna lose. He's gonna wasteland our only land. I think we need to draw black source into black source so we can play our Deathrite Shaman and then maybe have enough mana to cast Lily of the Last Hope. Yeah, I'm just going to concede. There's no way we can win from this point. Alright. Game 2 against Grixis Delver. Let's cut all of our Force of Wills. Cut one Hymn to Torok. Let's bring in Abrupt Decay, both Deluges, both Edicts, and I'm pretty sure this is looking good. We are on the play, so I'm going to leave in all the daisies. I'll play first. And this hand is a little risky, but I think I'll keep it. Now we know Lewis plays Stifle, but I think I'd rather play into Stifle and around Wasteland. We've got a Gitaxian Probe. So I think what I'll do next turn is probably Wasteland him during his upkeep. And that'll at least tap him out. Okay, there was a Stifle. There's a Delver. I think I'm going to brainstorm here to maybe try and find another fetch land or black source for him to Torok. Okay, he dazes. We will not pay for that. Let's go ahead and wasteland him. Now I'm gonna ponder because I don't think the Delver is an immediate problem, but I really do need to find more lands. Okay, cool, there's another land. I'll put Ponder, Misty, and then Daze. No shuffle. Now we can maybe cast him next turn. I might have to start fighting over creatures on the board now, though. So I think I'm just going to... let's see. Toxic Deluge would be awesome to resolve. I could cast him, but I think the smartest thing to do is see if his Delver flips. Actually, I think I'm just going to crack this now, because I don't want the... I mean, I kind of wanted the Ponder that was on top of the library, but I think I'd rather just... Abrupt Decay. Let's get rid of the Deathrite Shaman now. The reason I did that in that order is because I didn't want to give him an opportunity to stifle my fetch land. And he's got a Lightning Bolt. I'll daze that. Let's see if he has any counter magic for our daze. This does put us pretty far away from Toxic Deluging, but once I cast Fatal Push on this... Now I could cast Hymn to Torok here, and I kind of like that, actually. And then if he plays another creature next turn, we can Toxic Deluge his whole board. Okay, we've got a daze now. Bummer. I was hoping to him so that he'd be low on resources that would allow us to potentially resolve something big next turn. But now I'm going to push his Insect. And I could play Tarmogoyf here, or I could Wasteland his Underground Sea. I think I'm going to play Tarmogoyf because I'd like to establish a threat. Seems like he has a Gurmag Angler now, which is unfortunate. Instant land creature sorcery in the yard. Guess I'll Wasteland his Underground Sea. And now there are no creatures in the yard, so the question is, I think I just wait and see what happens from this position. It's too bad we're at such a low life total already. I mean, I guess I could have killed that Delver earlier, but I felt like I really had to cast that Hymn. I guess I'll take one hit from this. We can still draw Tombstalker or Liliana to kind of put us in like this, like a parody type thing. Wasteland. That's unfortunate. Alright. Now we're in a little bit of trouble. We really need to draw a Tombstalker or Diabolic Edict. He might just have us dead if he has a Lightning Bolt in hand. I guess I should have maybe prioritized wasting him off black before playing my Tarmogoyf. Yeah, we're dead. Alright. And maybe I should have also deluged the Gurmag Angler, but I didn't want to kill my own Goyf. Yeah, that game just kind of shows how Grixis Delver is favored against Bug Delver. A lot of the time they'll just play a Gurmag, shrink your Goyf, and you have like not many outs in your deck. We'll keep this on the play against an unknown opponent. Turn 1 Deathrite, turn 2 Tarmogoyf, plenty of stuff we can do. Yeah, I might have made some mistakes against Lewis in that match. Like, maybe I should have prioritized killing his threats before casting the Hymn. It's just, I didn't really see many opportunities where, like, Hymn was going to be that great going forward. So, maybe I should have cast the Fatal Push on the Delver the turn he dazed my Hymn, and then I could play him around Daze the following turn, so that might have been better. And it looks like we're probably playing against Affinity or something along those lines, which is typically a pretty good matchup for my deck, I think. So I'm going to Brainstorm here, because we definitely don't want 2 Tombstalkers in our hand. And we'd like to maybe find some removal. Wasteland's pretty good. I think I'm going to shuffle away Tropical Island and Underground Sea. Maybe I shouldn't have, though. Maybe I should have put Tombstalker on top instead. In any case, I'm going to play the Tarmogoyf. probably Wasteland him next turn. Maybe Wasteland Great Furnace. Alright, we've got Cranial Plating, unfortunately. And now I'm kind of in hot water here. Alright, Abrupt Decay, that helps us out. So Abrupt Decay is Great Furnace. And I'll go ahead and attack with both creatures. Another Cranial Plating, okay. So at this point I think I have to actually Abrupt Decay the Signal Pest. And now I'm feeling pretty good. We'll get in for 5, he'll go to 11, then we'll play our Tarmogoyf. Then I think he's going to need like an Etched Champion or something to be able to get out of this. Oh, he didn't have any other creatures, so it looks like he just scoops. Alright, Affinity. So against this deck, I think I'm going to board out all of my Dazes and all of my Forces. And we're just going to go Toxic Deluges, Massacres, Jaces. I think I might even board out my Delvers, because we're kind of the control deck here. Board in Abrupt Decay, board in both Diabolic Edicts, and maybe a couple Thoughtseizes. And maybe we'll bring one Delver back in. I don't know if they have Wasteland, so maybe we can board out a Bayou and bring in like 2 Delvers. And I'm fine with that. Because at least Delver, you know, affects the board. Force of Will and Daze. I don't know. I feel like this match is more about kind of like grinding them down rather than like countering 1 or 2 key spells. Of course, like, you do want to be able to counter like a Cranial Plating. But Cranial Plating doesn't really do much if they don't have any creatures. So we're just going to kind of go on this control plan. The ideal situation, I guess, is like they play a bunch of creatures to the board and you just sweep everything away, and then you still might have like a Tarmogoyf on the board, or then you can establish a Planeswalker, so yeah, we're going to see what happens here. Abrupt Decay, obviously very good. I'm going to keep this hand because we've got turn 1 Deathrite, turn 2 him, and then we can Toxic Deluge on the 3rd turn. Or we can even Toxic Deluge on the 2nd turn, if our Deathrite Shaman survives. Alright, so our Deluge is already a 2-for-1. Thoughtcast on that. The only thing I worry about is that our Hymn to Torok might be dead by the time we get to cast it. And we'll play my Deathrite here. Galvanic Blast, okay. Alright, Chalice on 1, luckily that doesn't do much against us, especially not after drawing that Abrupt Decay. I'm going to hit him because now is like my only chance to cast the Hymn to Torok before he won't have 2 cards in his hand anymore. And it looks like they were 2 creatures, so that's good for us. I mean, hopefully he hasn't drawn a Cranial Plating or something like that. Okay, a Silent Gravestone, which is countered by his own Chalice. Sure. Feeling pretty good. I don't think I even need to Deluge. I think I'm just going to play the Deathrite and the Tarmogoyf. Okay, I'll just play the Tarmogoyf. I was going to play the Deathrite and the Tarmogoyf, but because of this Chalice, I'm just going to play the Tarmogoyf here. And now I feel pretty favored. So I think I can... I'm just going to save Abrupt Decay in my hand. I'm not really threatened by anything that he has on the board. I've got him on like a faster clock than he has me on, and I can save Abrupt Decay for something scary like a Cranial Plating. I don't feel like there's any reason for me to like rush out Deathrite Shaman, because if I do need to proximate Deluge, I'm going to need to do it for 2 to get rid of the Ornithopter as well. So I'd rather not have to kill my own Deathrite Shaman if I can avoid it. Alright, Everstone Canonist, sure. Yeah, that's fine with me. So to get damage through here, I'm just going to go ahead and Deluge for 2. Alright, the Antiquities War. Okay. He's going to use the Tezzeret ability. Memnite, alright. Plays Memnite, sure. So I could use this Abrupt Decay to put him to 2, but I think I'm just going to make him block with the Memnite instead. This really quick. Let me reveal an artifact from Memnite. Yeah, I am a little worried about that. So I think I need to Abrupt Decay this Chalice and play my Deathrite Shaman, so that I can threaten lethal next turn. Okay, and he scoops. Alright. Alright, so we beat Affinity, and let's play our last match. Maybe we can go 4-1 and still get some treasure chests. I'm gonna refill my coffee real quick, but I'll be right back for our last match. Alright, Dank Confidant, and we are on the play, so we will go first. I'll keep this hand. We've got turn 2 Hymn to Torok, turn 3 Lily. A 1-drop creature would certainly make this hand better, but that's okay. This is still a fine hand compared to some of the hands we've seen this morning. Start things off with Misty Rainforest so we don't get wastelanded. Tagamox Diamond. Oh, great. Looks like he's playing lands. That is a little annoying. This is a pretty good start for him, too. Very good start. So now he's got some lands in his hand. I believe that I need to play on Tarmogoyf right now, because I need to start clocking him ASAP. Tarmogoyf is the surest way to do such. Cycles Tranquil Thicket, okay. And he dredges loam. Great. Did not want to see that Ghost Quarter. Or Wasteland for that matter. Probably casting loam, sure. Alright, Force of Will, so he can force... Well, he actually has multiple things in hand. We could Wasteland his Taiga. But then he's going to Wasteland our Bayou, and then we're going to do, like, nothing. I could also cast him, but he's got, like, a bunch of lands in his hands, and I feel like that doesn't do much, either. I guess Wasteland might slow him down a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to Wasteland him here. Because that slows him down just a little bit. Like, he doesn't have an Exploration yet. Kind of feels bad that we have to waste the mana for that Bayou this turn, but... So, very unlikely we're going to get enough mana to cast our Lily of the Last Hope now. I'm going to force that. I do not want Engineered Explosives to happen on my own threat. And a Delver's actually a pretty good draw. Add that to my board here. This is going to be a difficult last match to try and win, though. Alright, Ghost Quarter. We will not use Ghost Quarter's ability. Yeah, alright, I figured as much. At least our Tarmogoyf is a 5/6 now, though. So we have to dodge Tabernacle, and we have to dodge Mazavith. Ah, he's gonna get Tabernacle. We're screwed. Wait, let's see what happens here. Alright, Loam, yeah, I'm gonna concede. Oh, that was close. Ish. Against lands, what are we gonna do here? Well, we're not gonna want these fatal pushes, I'll tell you that much. Hymn to Torok is also pretty garbage. Thoughtseize I feel is fine. Surgical is fine. Spell Pierce is fine. Edicts are fine. Then again, his version is not really the combo version, it really is more the control version. So I guess we'll bring in a single Jace. Maybe 2 Jaces. I'm going to leave the decays for all those permanents that we saw. And I think this is fine. Tough matchup, though, that's for sure. We'll play first. We've got a turn 1 Deathrite Shaman with Force of Will backup, so this seems alright. Opponent is on the mull. Alright, Grove, Monk's Diamond, sure. Gotta gamble. I'll let that resolve. Alright, loam in the yard. So, we have a couple options here. I think the best thing to do is going to be to wasteland his grove so that we can exile his life from the loam. Crop rotation. I think I can force the crop rotation. And let's go ahead and exile that life from the loam. I was really hoping he didn't have that. Let's brainstorm, I suppose. Alright. Let's put Jason Tarmogoyf back on top. Play a Polluted Delta. Maybe the right play there was letting the crop rotation resolve. Oh geez, another life from the loam. Damn it. That sucks. I suppose I can just daze it. Buy myself a turn. Maybe I should have played the Wasteland there and Wastelanded him, but I feel like I need to get a clock going. He chose not to dredge loam. Interesting. Elizabeth, okay. Well, I guess I will wasteland his Mazebith, and he's going to dredge it now. Probably try to get back the Mazebith. Yeah, then play that for turn. Really just trying to get to the point where I can find a surgical extraction here. Maze, Grove, and something else. Ah, surgical is nice. So we can surgical his loam, which I think I'll do. He's got Punishing Fire, Ghost, Quarter, and Sheltered Thicket in hand. So he's got Dark Depths, Fuse Thespian Stages. Okay, so he is still mostly red-green lands. He just has like that very light splash for the Engineered Explosives. Actually, it doesn't look like he even really has much of a splash. He just has like a single tropical island or something. Yeah, okay, so he's just very lightly splashing. I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this. And I think we've gotten all of his loams. Yes. So now we just need to draw another wasteland for that Mazebith. We've already drawn 2 wastelands, however, so that might be tough. And he does have Grove of the Burn Willows. No, he doesn't actually have a Grove in hand. He does have Punishing Fire in hand, though. So we just need to hope we can find a wasteland soon. He has Ghost Quarter in hand. What's he doing? Okay, he's just cycling his Sheltered Thicket. plot season. We can at least take that pollution power for now. Okay, he's got 2 Dark Deaths. Not feeling good about this game. We just draw better than we are. We need to draw like a Deathrite Shaman. Alright, Brainstorm is alright. Maybe we can get something else going here. Maybe find a Wasteland for that maze. Okay. That's decent enough. We will put Tombstalker and... No, we're going to put Brainstorm followed by Tombstalker on top. And hopefully we can dodge Wastelands and Ghost Quarters for one more turn. Because we can start getting more clocks going here. Ah, damn it. Well, at least we can shuffle away the Tombstalker. We're not going to be able to cast that. Alright, that's a good draw. Possibly good draw. We really have to hope that our double flips now, though. No, but at least that's another threat. Okay, so we've got something going here. If he doesn't draw a Thespian Stage, I think we're actually doing alright. Molten Vortex, that sucks. At least he's only going to be able to use it twice per turn. And it comes at a real cost when he has to actually discard his lands. So, okay, now we've got him on a 3-turn clock. Just need to fade one more turn of stuff. Alright, we got there. That was a close game, though. I think I'm going to bring in an Abrupt Decay for days. And maybe I will bring in these Diabolic Edicts, board out Lily, the Last Hope, and maybe we'll cut another days since we're on the draw. We don't want to lose that much tempo. Whew. Lands is stressful to play against. I think I'll keep this because we can maybe cantrip into another land if his opening isn't too explosive. If he plays an Exploration, I'm going to probably snap off a Force of Will. Okay, it's a gamble. I'll probably still just snap off my Force of Will. I'll pitch a Brainstorm. We still have one Brainstorm left. I'd love to draw a land here. That will be decent, but I think I'm going to play the Delver first. If he misses a land drop or something like that, which I seriously doubt he will do. Exploration, damn. Damn. Alright, so we're already in a pretty bad spot. Oops. I didn't mean to reveal that, but I'm going to play it anyway, so. Punishing Fire. Let's Wasteland as Taiga, I suppose. Now we can at least play a Deathray Shaman. So things are looking alright now. We can fade a Life from the Loam. Alright, he Wastelands my Trop. I suppose we can exile a Wasteland to Brainstorm and look for more lands. Alright, no lands, but we do have a Surgical, and we have a Force of Will. So I'm just going to pass the turn. Exile is Ghost Order. This has gone in an interesting direction. I think I actually like piercing that. Let's go ahead and exile this Taiga. That means he does have a land in his hand. There's another Mox Diamond. I think I'll just go ahead and force that one. I don't really want him to have any kind of sources. And here is a Tarmogoyf for us, so that is good news. And the next turn I can Abrupt Decay his Exploration, presumably. I mean, he'll probably use this Wasteland, of course, but I think we're in alright shape. Exile our own Underground Sea here for green, and let's add a black. Let's Abrupt Decay his Exploration, and let's swim with Tarmogoyf. We've got him on a 2-turn clock now. Okay, Tropical Island. Engineered Explosives for 1. Okay. Let's attack with Tarmogoyf. If we Wasteland him off of his green source, then we can ponder or save Deathray Shaman. I think I'm going to save Deathray Shaman. Alright, we did it. We beat lands 2-1, and we went 4-1. So, yeah. I'm liking, still liking this version of Bug Delver. Thanks for watching. That was a pretty quick league, so that'll be for a nice short video. I will see you guys next time for another league. Have a good day.